So Warzone Season 3 has just launched, and in the game weapons have a lot of levels you need to get through for new attachments to make decent classes and unlock camos, that kind of thing. So today I'm going to be showing the new, most broken and fastest way to level up your guns by getting an insane amount of weapon XP in Season 3 for a limited amount of time. So make sure you use this method while it's around before it's gone, as you can easily level up a weapon from like level 1 to max level in under an hour. Not difficult at all with this method, but it won't be around for too long, so definitely make use of it while you can. If you're watching after this method is already gone, I've got another strategy you can use for leveling up weapons in Warzone or Vanguard, and if you're interested in that instead, feel free to check it out via the card on screen and a link in the description. So I'm going to be covering the fastest ways to level up your weapons in Warzone right now, and also the best weapon XP boosts to make the grind even faster, so make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video so you don't miss out on any important tips. But if you do want to jump to a specific part of it, there will be timestamps and chapters in the description. I'll also have playlists and videos for camo guides, best class setups, tips and tricks guides, a video on how to level up the battle pass fast in Season 3, all that kind of stuff, so feel free to check them out again if you need to. Like I say, this method is incredibly fast and I want as many people as possible to hopefully find out about it and use it. But if you guys do find it useful, be sure to leave a like just so that other people can find it too. Without further ado though, let's get into the tips. So the first main thing, and this is around for the next day or so, is Quadruple XP. Now this comes every now and then, but it's around right now for a very short amount of time, and basically you can get quadruple weapon XP in the game, and what you need to do for this is kind of basically for limited time events you'll sometimes have double weapon XP active in the game, and there's a glitch ongoing right now where if you activate a double weapon XP token alongside an active double XP weekend, it will actually cause those boosts to stack, and instead of double, you kind of double the double and effectively get quadruple weapon XP. Obviously this shouldn't happen, but currently it still does. It's been doing it for a while, and given that this only works while double weapon XP weekends are active, and then like the current one ends probably tomorrow on 2nd of May, you're going to want to use this method as soon as possible when watching the video. But like I say, if you're watching the video after double weapon XP weekend is finished, don't worry, this XP method discussed in this video is still the fastest way, so you'll still be getting a lot of weapon XP, but it'll just be with the double weapon XP method, not the quadruple. So it's still the fastest method if double weapon XP weekend is gone, but if the game modes we talk about in this video are not around, you can check out my other method like I said. So while double weapon XP is active, you want to activate a double weapon XP token, so either 15, 30, 45 or 60 minute token, and you want to jump into your preferred game mode. We'll discuss two of the fastest XP game modes in just a minute, but just to quickly give you some numbers, one kill in both the modes that I'm going to be discussing today got me 264 weapon XP with the double weapon XP weekend active. Then when I activated the double weapon XP token on top of this, i.e. to kind of get them to stack and get quadruple weapon XP, it increased it to 504 weapon XP per kill, which is just under quadruple XP. It's about 3.8, 3.9 times the normal rate of weapon XP, so pretty much quadruple XP. That's how to get quadruple XP while it's around. One of the great methods right now for weapon XP, especially when you're getting that quadruple weapon XP glitch, is Rebirth Resurgence solos. But don't click off the video yet because it's not the best method. There is another method we'll talk about in just a minute, but there's also some things you need to know about Rebirth Resurgence and how to kind of play through it effectively to get the most out of your weapon XP. So Rebirth Resurgence solos, like I say, and make sure it is definitely solos, as you only want to be fighting other individual enemies and not groups of enemies and big teams. And you also don't want your friendlies coming to take your kills. So make the weapon you're trying to level up the favourite weapon, and to do this you hover over the weapon in the class menu and press triangle or Y for loadout options, and then select set as favourite, and that will mean that that class will be your favourite one and the one you start off with. The reason that's important is because it allows you to automatically bring out your weapon of choice rather than having to rush to change your equipped weapon at the start of the game. Otherwise, if you're too late, it will equip another weapon and then you'll have to change it, and that wastes time. So it's really important that you do that. Now in Rebirth Resurgence, the pre-game lobby allows you to equip a custom loadout, but the rest of the game doesn't, unless you buy a loadout, which is obviously an effort. So in this strategy, we just want to get the kills in the Resurgence pre-game lobby, and then what we want to do is back out before the game starts and then basically restart that process. Now I know that sounds quite ridiculous, but it can be quite effective, and I'll talk about how to do that. So as soon as the pre-game lobby starts, you'll have equipped your favourite weapon you're trying to level up. Many players are inactive, so they'll kind of just drop down from the sky in their parachute, or they'll be standing on the ground. They're very easy targets, so go for those, but obviously if there's any people moving, try and go for those first because they're more likely to kill you. Normally I'd say you can get a minimum sort of 4 to 5 kills, but that can go up to sort of 6, 8 plus kills, so you can get an awful lot of kills with this, especially when there's lots of inactive players, which is really useful. And each kill will get you over 500 weapon XP with this quadruple method that I mentioned, so it stacks up really fast. The pre-game lobby usually lasts just over a minute, so literally only takes about a minute, but you get a lot of XP in that minute. it'll be slightly longer because basically it'll be 1 minute of countdown time plus the time before that when it's still finding players to get up to the max amount of players it needs. So it's the 60 seconds plus however long it needs to find enough people, and basically when it's counting down, I'd say at about around 5 seconds enemies stop taking damage. So unless there's an enemy near you at around 7 seconds that you can easily kill, I'd normally just back out by about 5 to 7 seconds left on the timer to save yourself some time. Otherwise the last 5 seconds you can't kill anyone anyway, so it's kind of a waste, and then before that if there's no one around you're just wasting time anyway. So back out at sort of 5 to 7 seconds left on the clock and then basically restart the process. This is quite an effective method, but obviously as you can imagine it can be kind of long and boring and repetitive, and all the time of kind of loading in and out of games does waste a little bit of time because it's not as efficient because you're spending time loading into a game and out of a game. So an even better method right now in the game is Caldera Clash. So we're going to talk about that now. This is the best method in the game right now in Season 3, but obviously it's not as simple as just playing that mode, so stay tuned to know how to get the most out of this weapon XP method. Now I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, this weapon XP method is broken or that one's broken, but this really is incredibly fast. It's mainly with this method that you can literally max out your gun in under an hour, so definitely of the two modes I'd definitely go for Caldera Clash if it's around. Now this mode's been around quite a few times, but it's only sort of around for a little bit longer in the game right now. The double weapon XP weekend and therefore that quadruple XP glitch kind of will run out on sort of the 2nd of May I believe, but I believe beyond that the mode will still be around for a little bit of time, but obviously it won't be quite as good. Make use of it while it's around before it goes. So basically if you're wondering what Caldera Clash is, it's kind of a large scale TDM style match on Warzone with gas cloud blocking off a small area of the Caldera map to play on, and it's kind of similar to Warzone Rumble. Now you can get lots of kills, there's limited time events in the game, there's earnable abilities, and there's contracts you can pick up and complete as well, and those are the bounty contracts. Now the contracts are amazing because you get, as a base without any boost on top of it, you get 1000 weapon XP per contract, which can be completed with you or a teammate, and there's obviously lots of contracts at the start of the game which are snatched up quite quickly, and these contracts, once they're gone, they replenish at about 7 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. So the other amazing thing about Caldera Clash is, as I mentioned, at the moment you get that quadruple weapon XP glitch if you're doing what I said, and this will get you, like I say, over 500 weapon XP per kill, and each contract as a base will get you 1000, but with this quadruple XP will get you over 2000 weapon XP, literally just for completing the contract. And often, as soon as you pick it up, someone else might complete it anyway, and so you're getting it done very, very fast. So it's really, really useful, and the contracts are kind of one of the main things you want to go for. So what kind of strategy would I suggest for Caldera Clash? Well, you obviously want to get as many kills as you can with these weapons in the pre-game lobby, as these count towards your weapon levels, and like I say, over 500 weapon XP per kill, including the pre-game lobby kills as well. So definitely go for as many as you can. There's normally a few easy kills in that pre-game lobby. When the match actually starts, you want to mark a contract on your map and go to activate that bounty contract. This is because bounties are really easy to complete. If you or a teammate kill that enemy, you'll complete the contract either by directly killing yourself or an enemy getting poached from someone else, or a teammate completing it or whatever. So try to kill that enemy, but if you can't, go and get other kills and wait for a teammate to take them down to complete the contract. Once the contracts are used up, like I say, they'll respawn about 7.5 minutes into the game. So once you've first done the contracts and there's no more, try to go for kills, and then once the contracts come back, go for those and then go for kills. So that's kind of how you want to be playing the game. Now alongside contracts, you also need to be getting lots of kills if possible. So when you spawn in, use your parachute to try and head over to hot areas of the map, or kind of get to rooftops with a good vantage point to find and shoot enemies. If your weapon doesn't have a good range, then try to obviously to get closer to them to increase your chance of getting the kill. And if your weapon has a lot of recoil, you want to try and tap the trigger rather than holding it down, and you could also pull the gun against its recoil pattern to effectively give you 0 recoil to kind of neutralize it. Also, when you kill enemies or teammates die, they'll sometimes drop abilities, so you want to run over these to pick them up, as there are things like double XP, speed boost so you can run faster towards enemies, or even the hunter ability where you can see enemies through walls as they kind of glow red for a limited time, and this is great for finding and killing more enemies. Now there are a few other weapon XP boosts that will speed up weapon XP earned even faster, and we'll discuss those now. So as well as the sort of quadruple XP glitch we talked about, there's a few other things as well. The first thing is, if you equip the Pointsman perk, this will allow you to earn more money for completed missions, but it also gives you extra XP and weapon XP too, which is what we're interested in for this video. Now this is only really effective for Caldera Clash or Rebirth Resurgence, the main game, not the pre-game lobby, and also BR as well, as the main effect of this perk is to start the contract streak one ahead of if you hadn't used the perk, and basically as if you'd already done one contract, and it gives you a 40% bonus compared to if you didn't use the perk. But as there's no contract streak bonuses in Plunder or any of the other modes, it's only useful for like Caldera Clash and stuff. So but if you play Caldera, definitely use it, and the perk benefits also stack as well. So if your 3 other teammates were also running it, you'd start with 100% 120% weapon XP bonus just for all having the same perk equipped, and that's it. And the bonus would increase with each contract you did, so it's really useful. And if you can play with teammates you know, get them to equip the perk as well, and that will help you boost the amount of weapon XP you're getting literally just from running a perk. For Warzone and Vanguard, certain operators will also have favourite weapons, and when you're using a certain weapon with this specific operator, you'll get a weapon XP boost. So for example, the Vanguard operator Daniel, his favourite weapon is the M1 Garand, Roland's favourite weapon is the STG-44, and if you're using that weapon with that operator, you'll get a boost. So definitely check if any of the weapons you need to level up have a favourite operator equipped. If it's any of the new DLC weapons which have come out with like season 1, 2 or 3, their weapon will probably be one of the operators from that season, and therefore you probably need to buy the operator. So obviously don't go and buy it just for that, but if you're going to get it anyway, just check whether any of the operators you've got give you that weapon XP boost. Another really important thing is equipping the surplus kit attachment for all Vanguard weapons allows you to earn additional XP per kill in Warzone. It's about a 20% weapon XP boost just for using that attachment, so make sure you use it on every gun that you're trying to level up. Playing with a clan member gives you a 10% weapon XP boost. Owning Vanguard also gives you a 10% weapon XP boost in Warzone, as well as also like 10% battle pass and normal XP on top. And finally, if you're on PlayStation, playing with a teammate will give you a 25% bonus, so pair that with all the other tips and it will allow you to level up your weapons incredibly fast. So these are the fastest ways to level up your guns currently in Warzone Season 3. If you're watching after Double Weapon XP Weekend has ended, it's still a very good method, but if you're watching after Caldera Clash has gone, then like I said, check out my main Warzone Season 3 Weapon XP method guide by clicking the card on screen or link in the description. If you found these tips helpful, leaving a like on the video would be much appreciated so that other people can find this video too, and make sure to check out my other Season 3 guides like how to level up the Battle Pass fast and ones like that. As previously mentioned, I'm also making tons of other useful multiplayer, zombies and Warzone guides for Season 3, so if any of this sounds good to you guys, hitting the subscribe button and click on the bell icon next to it to turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming Warzone or Vanguard videos would be much appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and hopefully I'll see you all on the next one.